Warning: the following program contains world premiere certified ball players, incredible interviews, latest, hottest content material, may not be suitable for people with the following medical condition: original phobia, acute player hater disorder, no jumper, no handles, allergic to playing defense. If you suffer from any of these conditions, contact your coaching staff.
3 minutes to go.
Welcome to License to Ball podcast, where certified ballers play. And now here's your host, Hip Hop.
Studio, setting it up. Glad to have all y'all in here, man, and trying to get this thing back rolling again. Set the studio a little bit different, made it a little bit bigger where I have more guests in here and do more stuff and move around. As you can see, the studio's still under construction. I want to thank everybody for joining us, man. Got a lot of content, man. We're late putting it out this week. Got to do what we got to do, man. So studio under construction, all that stuff, so you see what's going on, man. But we got that Super 64 over there at Central Gwinnett High School. Sean's event over there on the radar, the OTR, I think that's what they be calling it nowadays. Some nice young talent over there. Found out about some new players and found out some players that I seen and got better and got bigger. And some of the usual suspects on there, so you know. I got Cam Records from Prep Hoops Sports going to be joining the show. We got Jay Hillsman going to be joining the show, giving the synopsis, breaking it down. Both on professionals. And then I'm going to have my takeaway, my players I liked, I seen that they didn't talk about on here, man. So we're going to do some things, man. And I don't know, further delay, man, we're going to go ahead and bring in Jay Hillsman. We're gonna start him off with the show and get his breakdown, man. He could have gave me 40 players, but you know, we ain't got the show be this long, but he'd give me 40 players. So we're gonna go ahead and bring him in and see how he had this break this down and what's going to bring him in.
This interview is sponsored by SUV TV Experience Sports live streams, original content, highlights, and more.
Hey, I'm just here so I don't get fined, so y'all can sit here and ask me all the questions y'all want to. I'm going to answer with the same answer, so y'all can shoot if y'all please. I'm here so I won't get fined. I'm here so I won't
I want to welcome Joel Hillsman onto the show, man. We was over there covering the Super 64 over at Central Gwinnett High School. Sean's event, put on a good event. Got some good things going on, man. And I'm putting up a shot online on social media, like a little clip. Not sure who the guy is who made the game-winning shot. And I look at the name and I said, hold up, this last name look real familiar. I said, oh, man, I know who this is now. So I'm like, man, I got the shot and got a good shot on that. So I know he made you proud on that shot, man. I don't mean to put you on the spot.
Man, there you go, man. It was a good count, man. It was a good count. There was a lot of kids, a lot of young men in there I've seen before. A lot of young men I'm familiar with. And, yeah, sometimes you got to keep playing. It was a big shot for 57, stuck to stay with it and ended on a high note. So, you know, that was just kind of what that camp entailed with that level of talent that was there.
And I'm just thinking, like, if I have a situation and he make a shot like that, I don't know how, I'm not sure how I react to it or not, but that would be real nice, man.
Well, it just depends on You know, nobody never knows until that moment. So I do
You're right
know
about
how I
that.
react. You know, and I guess your video speaks to how he reacted, right? You know, when you work hard, you expect success.
Yep. He built like a football. He built like a tight end to me.
No football.
I'm the same way with my kid. But let's go in and jump in this top performer or top stand down. What'd you say now?
I said, that's not my decision. That was his decision.
Gotcha. So let's go and dig in this top stand down outs.
Yeah, let's move on from that.
What you got first? What's the first player? Top standouts.
Oh, well, there were a number of standouts there. I mean, Jacob Wilkins and Amir Taylor, they played very good. They're a known name. You've seen how they've been able to play throughout high school and now into the spring and summer. And now here we get into the camp season. And both of those young men do a good job. And what I really like from Jacob is he's improving on his mid-range game. His athleticism is there. The game is slowing down for him. He played very well for his team and did some good stuff in the drill work. Amir Taylor showing me a little bit more of the passing, especially out of high post. And I think that's just going to continue to open up his game. Love the way he's developed and played. So I really like the way that those guys have played at the camp, specifically, and then just throughout the summer and in the spring.
Yeah, you got to excuse me a little bit. I'm a little bit rusty with the podcast because I've been building a new studio. As you can see, it look a little bit different and bigger. So trying to put things together and make it look a little bit different.
Like you got a lot of room for science.
Yeah, I built this desk I built from scratch. I got a little bit of help from YouTube.
I got you. So Wilkins and Taylor, they really stood out. Josiah Parker, just seeing his game continue to elevate. Look, got Lee County in the semifinals this year. And the state championship, really. They're continuing to elevate his game. And I like the way he got this face-up game that's coming out. Very confident, especially on the wings with the 16 to 18 footer. So he's playing very well. Daniel Daramola. Let me tell you something about Daniel Daramola. I've been around him the last 3 AAU seasons. But what I saw on Sunday, or what I saw at the On the Radar Super 64 camp, I was like, who's 48? Because what I did is, you know, everybody got a whole different jersey. So you just sit around and you just watch guys. Some guys you know, some guys you don't know. And then I found out it was Darren Nolan, didn't realize he slimmed up. He's gotten stronger, but now he's slashing to the bucket, being more aggressive, hitting jumpers, attacking the rim, being very physical. And his development and the way he's came on, this time I saw him back in July. Now he's changed now early July to now late August. Man, leaps and bounds. You can tell he has been in the gym. Big upside coming for Daniel Daramola.
Yeah, I was very pleased, especially younger class and the juniors. I was very impressed with everybody, man.
I mean, there was a lot of talent there, a lot of young guys that, you know, might not be talked about right now, but will put themselves in position to gain confidence and put themselves on the radar as we continue through into the high school season and into the next cover ball season. So there's plenty of room there for the 25, the 26, and the 27s. And there are a lot of notable guys that, you know, you might need to pay attention to. And I think that's the one thing about this. The games were short, which, you know, camp settings are camp settings. But you're not going to sit around and talk about who scored 25 points and who had 13 points. What you do in those 24 minutes, you know, if you got 6 points, 2 boards, it's how you go about it, how you look, how you play. And I know there were a lot of high school coaches that were there watching some of their players because they want to see them play against very, very good competition and quality competition. So what you do in those spurts, how you adjust, how you do your drill work. There was drill work first, Then there was gameplay, and that's the staple of On the Radar. But some people don't really know how it's set up. So what you do in drill work sets the tone for what they were doing 5-on-5 action. And some players took high advantage of that against very good high-level competition.
I got to amen that. And I'm looking at your background, the Bull stuff on. I had too much red on. I had a red Bulls shirt on. I was going to have doing this when I saw it. When I was setting up, I was like, man, that's just too much red for doing it. But it looked good what you got on. I would have gave you that shirt. It looked good with all the background, the Bull stuff on there. So I said, nah, I can't wear that today.
Chicago Bulls guy. There's no secret about it. No qualms about it.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So, notables. Honorable mention. Who you got?
Oh, man, I like the way Elijah Lewis played. Elijah has improved so much, especially with his scoring, that now he's got to slow down because the game is slowing down. So he's playing faster than he really thinks he has to play. But, man, he's just continued to be consistent. You know what you're going to get when Elijah Lewis walks on the basketball court. And this has been something that each year he's continued to build and round in the form. Tell you, oh man, Thomas County Central got him a good one. I like the way Jalen Wingfield played. Wingfield showed a little bit of everything, a little inside, a little outside, a little mid-range, a little slash. Thought he defended well. He played in transition well. It will be interesting to see how he continues to develop as well. Jaron Salisbury. Really like his upside. Cannot wait to see how his game is retooled and fit in by what Coach Jesse McNeill at Norcross will do. But his athleticism right now is what stands out. Can he put the other elements of his game together to complement that athleticism? That will be the determining factor on his development. Absolutely love it. A.J. Horton with South Cobb, he's played very well in spurts over the summer. Just continue to keep an eye on him. He played very well at the OTR. There are a number of guys that I thought really put themselves in position and set up as they head into maybe if they're playing fall league or whatever, but into the high school season, putting themselves in good situations where if they can show their consistency, show their development, they'll be just fine.
Every time I have you on, man, you remind me how I got to step up my A game doing this podcast and realize how rusty I am doing this, man. So next time you come on, I'm gonna have the A game for you, man, because you keep it up, man. You keep me sharp. How you do this and your professionalism, man, doing this. So, man, I really appreciate you joining the show and talk about basketball and talking it up, man. I really do, man.
This is Caleb Banks, and you are listening to License to Ball.
This is Trent Marquith with Relentless Hoops, and you're listening to License to Ball.
This is Coach Washington, head coach at Pebblebrook High School. You are listening to License to Ball.
You're tuned into the hottest prep basketball podcast, License to Ball, where certified ballers play. Leave us a rating and review. Don't touch the dial. Who am I kidding? This is the internet. Keep rocking with License to Ball. And now back with your host, Hip Hop.
Back from break, man. Next up, we got it. My main man, Payton Waits from Woodward Academy, rising junior this year. Played well enough for me to go watch him play and make sure I get to watch him play. When I see him playing in these showcases or I could make his games, I will be there. And that song is that Michael Jackson song? I'll be there. Yeah, I'll be there. And no, he's smooth, man. The dude real smooth. You listen to the interview, he's very mature for his age and really got it together. So you'll see when you hear him, when we bring him onto the show, you hear what he's saying. Man, I'm thinking about things. I'm producing this show, and I'm thinking about bringing him up while he in queue. He's sitting there holding and waiting. And I'm thinking about too many things instead of just talking to you right now. But they're going to call this guy the smooth operator, man. Smooth operator. Yep. Like that Big Daddy Kane song. He's talking about a smooth operator. But nevertheless, we're going to go ahead and queue up, bring in Payton Waits, shooting guard onto the show, man. Go in and bring him into this thing.
This interview is sponsored by SUV TV Experience Sports live streams, original content, highlights, and more.
Hey, I'm just here so I don't get fined, so y'all can sit here and ask me all the questions y'all want to. I'm going to answer with the same answer, so y'all can shoot if y'all please. I'm here so I won't get fined. I'm here so I won't get...
We're going to welcome Payton Waits to the show from Woodward Academy, rising sophomore this year. He's over there at the Super 64. Sorry, I got tongue-tied, y'all. Super 64 on the radar event over at Central Gwinnett. Man, how you doing, man?
I'm good. I'm actually a rising junior.
Rising junior. Oh, my, I'm getting it all messed up. You take a couple of weeks off, man. Rising junior. Okay, that's what's up, baby. All right. I talked to so many people, man, I forgot. And I don't have no notes in front of me.
Gotcha.
So let's talk about that, Camp. Man, you a very smooth player, man. You was telling me that your dad played over Alabama. He's an Alabama alum, so he been raising you up strong in this basketball world, man. He got you at Woodward Academy getting those good grades and a structured environment, man. But let's go and talk about this Super 64 over there at Central Gwinnett, man. Let's talk about your performance today, man. How you feel about it?
I felt confident in my game. I felt confident in my shot and the speed. I felt like I could have been more aggressive going to the basket, but I felt like I got my teammates involved as well.
That's what's up, man. How did you get your smooth game? Did you get it from your dad or just a combination of other things and all put together?
Well, my dad always made me watch the smooth people. So then when we go in the morning, every morning before school at 7 o'clock, we work on these moves constantly. So it wouldn't be new when I got on the court.
Oh, okay. And another thing I noticed about your game is good players or great players. They make the game slow down to them. So they make the game play their pace. How did it have to instill in you? Because I saw you at the camp. And you don't get sped up. You don't play too slow. You don't play too fast. You play the speed that you're comfortable playing and able to perform out there. Let's talk about that.
I don't think we should rush the game. I don't think that players should try to shoot a whole lot to get themselves started. I like the game to come to me so I don't mess up, and especially in front of a lot of media and attention at the Super 64 camp. So I just let the game come to me and take my time, and, hopefully I get hot.
Got you. So as you letting the game come to you, are you filling out and seeing how your teammates are playing and how the defense are playing you and your teammates, and you attack accordingly? Was explain if that's yes.
That's exactly what I am. I never really shoot the first shot. I usually like to see how the defense is playing, my teammates, so then I could know what they're doing right and what they're doing wrong. Attack their weaknesses.
That's what's up. Because we had this interview, but I got a new equipment. And I think your interview is the only interview I don't have audio on. So I don't know what I did different on that. I don't know. I'm still trying to figure out this new equipment I brought. But yeah, you kind of said something like that in the gym when we was recording. But yeah, you're a very smooth player. I've been wanting to watch you play. They told me you was over there at Woodward Academy. So as a player, you got to go check out. He's good. And so when I seen you today, I was like, yeah, they are right about that. I wish I would get to see you soon, a lot sooner, but sooner later than never. Playing on that. And do you think you got what you wanted out of this camp?
Yes, sir. I think I got what I wanted out of the camp.
And what was that?
More exposure. More write-ups, more interviews like we're doing now. It's just getting my name more out there and moving up in the rankings.
I got you, Peyton. Yep. I guess it worked because you're on License to Ball podcast now, man, where more people can hear this and the Woodward Academy fam can hear it, and all your tribal ball and your dad, everybody can hear and see. Because this podcast is video and audio based. So you can hear audio or video or do both. So a lot of people gonna get to see this and see what we're talking about and have the clips on here as we talking and they get to see it. So that's what's up, man.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Oh no, thank you, man. You're very flexible and you're very easy to work with. You'd be surprised as a high school kid how it's hard to work with some of these high school kids. But you want to give out your social media, anything how people can find you and follow you and contact you?
Yes, sir. My Twitter is weights_Payton, and my Instagram handle is _.pdub, PDUB.
You got it. So you got a mixtape out yet?
I don't have one out yet. Well, I've
okay.
had some, but I took them down because they were early in the year. So.
Oh, I got you. You're gonna have your first one. You're gonna have some kind of video from Jim Ryan inside of your first one. So we're gonna be putting it out there and getting it done, getting it in.
Nice.
Yeah, man. So we're gonna be seeing you sooner or later, man. Appreciate the time, man.
Yes, sir.
Now, as you can see, how mature that kid is for his age, how well he understands the game and learning and putting this stuff together. As you can see, you can just hear how he listens and you watch his game. And this stuff is done on purpose, not on accident, not at all. This thing, you know exactly what he's doing when he's doing it. Well coached. Dad is doing a great job with him. Get more players doing what he's doing, the game will be in a better place because a lot of people need to start learning how to do this because at this camp, you could see, there's a lot of foreigners at that camp that live in America right now and is going to be taking some of these scholarships and some of the NBA roster spots and overseas too. They used to be overseas. They're overseas now, where they come from, equivalent. So there's a lot of players that are going to be taking out a lot of spots here. And so you need to get with the program and really start doing the stuff you see Payton's doing and what his dad got it doing and just trying to do this viral stuff at the camp and get likes. You got to cut that out, man. It ain't the way to get a scholarship. But man, we're going to go ahead and play his player profile so people could see what we were talking about doing the interview and see what I seen. So, and people haven't seen him or see what he was doing. So we're going to go and cue that up. I love that beat, man. I can listen to that beat all the time. I should go to sleep to that beat. I really like that beat. The beat is like a real good beat to watch videos too, especially action videos, man. Just have you relaxing, like reminiscing, really, man. I really like that beat. I can't find the beat maker of this thing. I gotta find the beat maker of this thing because I gotta get my licensing back because YouTube think I didn't get the rights to license to play this stuff, so they say it's copyright infringement, but I paid for it. So they just tripping. So I'm going to talk about, like I said at the beginning of the show, man, I'm going to talk about some players that nobody else was talking about. I'm not saying necessarily they didn't see, but when we got guests on here, contributors, they're going to talk so much and about so much on here, and they only got so much time. So I'm going to talk about a couple of players to add on to Payton that deserve some shine, gonna be good too. And then they hitting gems, they really hitting gems. Oh yeah, they hitting gems, I think. I like. And so one of the players, he's a black star, like I'm a black star. He's a black star. So, anybody don't know what a black star is, really it came from Marcus Garvey, the black star lining. did stuff like that, and a lot of the African countries adopted that and put the black star in it. And this country I'm talking about is Ghana. My boy is from Ghana. I'm a black star. I wasn't born in Ghana, but when you trace my roots and ancestry, DNA is back to Ghana. So I'm a black star, if y'all didn't know that, y'all. I shine bright. But this guy we talking about right here is Michael Centra. I don't know if I'm killing the last name, Centra or something like that, but real good player. He's out of Druid Hills, I want to say. Druid Hills, sophomore. And this guy, he got a chance to be very special. Got a chance to be very high major, and sky's the limit with him. He's got to get it right around the right people, put his game together. Good kid. Before I play this video on him, let me tell you a little story about him. A young woman walked out with my son to get her food, but I didn't know what she was doing. I just know she just walked out with my son. So I was going to do an interview on Mike. I got distracted to get my son and see what my son was going and what she was doing with him. Even at Tiffany at the front desk said, "Oh, that's kind of weird. I'm glad you came in because I wasn't sure what to do because I didn't think he's supposed to be outside." So he does it. So make a long story short, all that happened, and we come back in the gym, and Mike and Centra come up to me and go, "Hey, my dad said you was interviewing people and stuff, and I should go over and talk to you." So if people don't know this, I don't like interviewing people. I don't like videotaping people. I don't like interviewing people that request for me to do that. If you say, check me out, hey, look at me and all that, and I'll see you play, then I like what I see, then I'll start turning the camera on, or I keep the camera on, or you get an interview. But I was about to tell them no, because we don't do that. We don't do interviews. We select interviews. So I didn't know his name at the time, so I looked down at his jersey and I said, and I told him this, exactly what I'm telling y'all. And then I looked down and said, "Oh, you're the kid I was looking for anyway. I was going to interview you next." So that worked out good. I'm glad you found me because I got sidetracked with my son. So this kid right here was, to me, one of the best. He might not have played the best. I think he played one of the best, but nobody named his name. What I've seen so far, and I ain't dig deep in all the articles, but he played one of the best at the camp. He's in the top 10 to me, played the best in the camp, and I think he's one of the best prospects, my personal humble opinion, at the camp. And so I like what I see, and I want to see more of him. We're going to go and play his profile. Stop, man, me be long-winded and jaw-jacking, so y'all can go and check this out. Right, he's showing you how explosive he is right here. Had another dunk, just real nice one-handed dunk. And he's showing you how you can hit the shot from outside. Pretty much a three-point line. Right, 1 or 2 feet off on three-point line, you know. And he just showed you this wasn't luck. He grabbed the ball again and shot it so quick, and soft shot, soft, quick release on him. You know, he get the ball out quick. Real smooth, real athletic. Now, I don't know why he didn't dunk this one. I guess he didn't have his feet up on him like that. I don't understand why he didn't dunk that. Then you see it right here, how he sees the floor and really get past the ball, you know. 6'5" wing. This guy gonna be real special. And I called it on Isaac Okoro, played for Cleveland. I said he's going to make it to the NBA when he was in 8th grade. I called that. Then, because I said he's a Nigerian, so I labeled him as one of the best Nigerian players came out of Georgia that played in pro. And I said he's the next such and such. I forgot which one played at Norfolk, which one of those guys. But all the brothers played some type of professional basketball. But you can look in the archives of Jim Ryan side on YouTube and see that has no lie coined and said he's going to be an NBA player. So people said they want to say, and I don't seen this kid play one time. So don't
try to beat me to the finish line on this, I'm not ready to say that. I don't know that. But what I did see of this kid at this camp, with his attitude and his demeanor and the build of this kid, I'm seeing signs of that. When I watch him play some more and really, really watch him play, when he's down and out on how you play and playing against other people, and he's only a sophomore right now too, I will know then. But I know it won't count on a black star, man. I tell you, that would not count on a black star. So, you can say what you want to say about that, but, you know, this man played good, and I was jaw-jacking so much, y'all. I didn't get my next clip ready for y'all at all. I didn't get a chance to do it. I was sitting there watching that play with y'all and to think about what I said in the past. So just going to bear with me for a second while I pull this up, pull the next kid. And this kid's a Nigerian too. I can recognize the name and know he's a Nigerian, but out of Green Forest. Green Forest pretty much had their whole team there. This Caleb Kali. I don't even know how to pronounce his last name. I know I killed it. But the next person we're going to come up and talk about is Caleb out of Green Forest. Man, built like a linebacker. Could play in the league. Real solid, real stout. You usually don't see shooting. To me, he's a shooting guard. This is my only first time seeing him really play like this. I can recollect. But you don't see shooting guards built like this. But this guy's a shooting guard. Some people want to say he's a wing, a small forward or wing. I think he's a shooting guard. He's a scorer. He probably was in the top 5, top 3 in scoring at the camp. If they would have kept up with scoring, he would have been in the top 3. The dude was scoring at will really out there, and he's using his size and body. The kid really knows what he's doing with his size and body, man. He really know how to use that shoulder and his weight to get what he need to get to and do what he need to do. So I'm looking forward to seeing this guy at Green Forest too. Like Green Forest pretty much had their whole team there, man. Pretty much a whole team. You'll see what I'm talking about. See his statue right there in that photo. This guy right here, he used his size to steal that ball, really not a foul, because how he bodied him. He's about just standing there, really, man. He's putting in work. Very explosive. Don't look explosive. When he first came in, I saw him. I said, oh man, this is a football player trying to be a basketball player, because I ain't recognizing. I don't think I've ever seen him play. And I'm looking. This football player is a wannabe. So while I'm on the court recording, I'm just seeing him getting busy. I like kids like him. I really like kids like him, because kids like him, when you're not there, you don't know who's playing good, and you try to see how people warm up and move around real quick. You try to get a cheat sheet so you can start capturing good content and good angles on people that you know you need to catch, because if you don't know them. But when I'm out there and I'm call myself not paying attention to him because this is a football player just getting in this camp. I don't know how he got in this camp. He probably knows somebody. And then when you turn the camera on, and when you see what Caleb's doing, you say, okay, I know why he's here. Then you see he plays for Green Forest. You're like, okay. Because you know Green Forest is a factory over there. They don't win a championship every year. They play for the championship or being like in the Final Four. Those guys something else over there at Green Forest. Oh, my bad. That's an accident on my part. Hitting buttons while I'm talking to you and not paying attention to what I'm doing. Like I said before, when you sit out and not do this for a while, you get rusty and you be sitting around and not putting this all together like you should. You just get real rusty. Anybody else that really need to be shut up? So what we're gonna do? We about to come back from break. Got my boy in the queue. He waiting on it to jump on in. My boy Cam Records. He gonna be joining the show when we come back. Me and him go go back more than when we realized till we started talking when we first met. And he knew about Jim Rat Insider before I realized he knew. And that's what's up, man. That's what it's about, man. And I kind of feel young now. I feel very young when I see a player that played that is now being a scout and evaluating players, saying he knows who I am and watch Jim Rat Insider. So I feel very young when I see that. Then another kid I used to cover is a man now. He's a coach. He came to watch his kids play and made me feel very young too as well. So when we come back, we're going to cue in my main man, Cam from Prep Hoops.
This is Caleb Banks, and you are listening to Licensed to Ball.
This is Trent Markwith with Relentless Hoops, and you're listening to Licensed to Ball.
This is Coach Washington, head coach at Pebblebrook High School. You are listening to Licensed to Ball.
You're tuned into the hottest prep basketball podcast, Licensed to Ball, where certified ballers play. Leave us a rating and review. Don't touch that dial. Who am I kidding? This is the Internet. Keep rocking with Licensed to Ball. And now back with your host, Hip Hop.
Bring back from break, man. Little snort, little break right there. Now we got Cam coming on now from Prep Hoops Sports coming on. And no further delay, man. We're just going to bring my man in and see what he got to say with that $1 million smile of his. I want to thank Cam Records for joining the show, man, from Prep Hoops Sports. He is over there this weekend at Central Gwinnett, checking out the Super 64 camp on the radar, man. Guy does great work. There's things we go way back. It's a small world, man. It's really 1 degree of separation with us, man. How you doing?
Pretty good, man. Appreciate you having me.
Oh, man, anytime, man. I love having you on. You're very knowledgeable.
I appreciate that, man. It's always fun chopping it up with you.
Yep. So let's give like a little synopsis on overall on the camp, man, what you thought about the camp and everything, man.
I thought it was great, man. I thought there was a lot of high-level talent in the building. You saw a couple of those big names like Jacob Wilkins, Jalen Wingfield. You got some of those top. You got some of those, lesser-known guys making a name for themselves. So all in all, I thought it was a huge success. I thought it was great.
And no delay, let's talk about some standouts you had. Like, give me 3 guys that stood out to you that need to be notable about this. Notice.
Yeah. The guy I just mentioned, actually, Jalen Wingfield. I thought he had a really good day. 6'7", but great big body. And he was actually playing a little bit of point guard on Sunday. So we kind of got to see that perimeter skill set. And he's making a strong case for, I think, the top player in that 2026 class from Georgia. I wouldn't be surprised if he's sitting at that top spot when it's all said and done. Another guy is Eddie Cooke, the 2025 guy. And I thought there was a ton of 2025 talent in the building. But Eddie Cooke really stood out. He's grown a little bit. He's 6'6" now, but super skilled and also super strong. He was scoring at will. It seemed a lot this weekend, and I think he's going to be in for a big year at Berkmar with Ty Ragland and some of those guys over there. Then a third guy that I think really helped himself on Sunday was Max McNeill from just transferred into Pebblebrook. So fast, though, so speedy in the open court. Anytime he had the chance, he was pushing the pace on Sunday and just racked up the transition. I think Max McNeill really had a good day. I'm really excited to see the duo with him and Caleb this year at Pebblebrook and see what George Washington does with that. Those are really two of the fastest guys in the state.
Yeah, on a sidebar note, man, I'm trying to figure out when Pebblebrook gonna pop, man. I'm really trying to figure out when they always on the cutting edge. And you said Max, he really is electric and he's magnetic to me because his personality and his game, I really like it. And he like stood out so, and I found he's gonna be like round the way where I can watch him. And like, that's nice. I just want to win. It's Pebblebrook on pop.
Yeah, I understand. We'll have to see, what the full squad looks like from November. They're usually one of those schools that gets a late add-on, but they've already got a good pieces. I really like that 2025 class over there too. So they've got 2 years to go. We'll see, and we'll see. George Washington always gets playing tough, so you can never count them out of the picture.
It's not a name itself, George Washington. Man, his parents knew what they was doing when they did that. And Cooke, I'm gonna say about Cooke. Cooke, you're a good basketball player. You're a real good basketball player. Look like you're gonna make a lot of money being a freaking tight end or wide receiver. I'm not trying to steer you away from basketball because I like watching you play, Cooke. But Cooke, man, it look like you missing your call. It look like you Terrell Owens or something, man. How explosive with those dunks, won in that dunk contest. Man, he's like tearing down the rim.
So strong and athletic. I love Cooke. That's good.
What they say is like he has a man's body at an age of like 16 or 17. It's like, it's nuts, man. It really is. It's nuts.
Yeah, no doubt.
Yeah, Berkmar. I forgot coach's name, right? It escapes me right now. But he's been around for a while. If I remember correctly, he originally came from Harrison High School, if I remember correctly. Is that true? Is it Harrison or Kennesaw Mountain?
Kennesaw Mountain, I think.
Yeah, people don't realize he's not normally a Gwinnett coach, even if people know him from Gwinnett. But if I remember, he came from West Cobb, one of those schools out there, when he first started. I don't know how I remember that, but because I got so much basketball stuff in my head, it's hard for me to remember all this stuff. Man, I get the years mixed up. I forget what I forget, and then I see something and make me remember all about it, and then it come back to me because I remember on association. So if I don't remember on association, I can't really remember what I seen unless I see it on video, which is crazy.
Yeah.
But the thing I'm really curious to hear is your stock on the rise. I mean, the people really stock on the rise who gonna really blow up this season that you think gonna be blowing up this season, and you're gonna be writing about on your website a lot, man. I'm curious to hear about this.
Yeah, one guy that I think is a pretty obvious choice right now is Ryan Williams. Into the first 2 weeks of Rockets Fall League, first week he goes to 32, second week he goes to 35. He's at Hiram now, he'll probably have a chance to continue for a state championship, playing around guys like Chase Tyler and Walker Matthews. And I think Ryan's really playing the best ball he's ever played right now. Towards the end of July, his Thompson playing better than ever. Really attacking the rim at a high level, and I think that was really the biggest missing from this game. I wouldn't be surprised if D2 schools, wanted to get involved right now. I already know a couple of them are in contact, but I definitely think Ryan Williams is a steal for a lot of D2 programs out there. And then another one who was actually at Sunday's camp was Josiah Parker. And he's down in South Florida at Lee County High School. So
like
much,
Lee High School
talent.
or something?
Lee County High School.
Yeah.
There's just so much talent down there in South Florida that we don't talk about enough. And Josiah's a great example of that. 7 forward, big body, but really impressive as a playmaker. That's the part of his game that stands out the most to me. Got really good vision, and we saw a lot of that on Sunday. But also just really skilled in the open score. The day prior to Sunday's camp, he actually got his first offer from Presbyterian. So, I expect a couple more to roll in for him pretty soon here. And I think he'll definitely be one to watch down there in South Georgia. And then the third guy on my list is actually an 8th grader. Crazy enough. His name is AJ Williams, and he came to our Pebblebrook freshman showcase a couple of weeks ago. I was one of the only 8th graders we let in, but man, he was just killing it against kids a year older than him. He was like 6'4", big point guard, but just really, really advanced in his IQ, and his feel for the game. And you know, he came out to a couple other camps the past couple of weekends with high school guys, and really just hit his thing. So I'm excited to see him over the next couple of years. Definitely a high major pro level prospect, I think, at this time. I think right now he's stick for good landing. So, you know, we'll see where he ends up, but he's definitely one that's been on my mind a little bit.
This is Caleb Banks, and you are listening to License to Ball.
This is Trent Markwith with Relentless Hoops, and you're listening to License to Ball.
This Coach Washington, head coach at Pebblebrook High School. You are listening to License to Ball.
You're tuned into the hottest prep basketball podcast, License to Ball, where certified ballers play. Leave us a rating and review. Don't touch that dial. Who am I kidding? This is the Internet. Keep rocking with License to Ball. And now back with your host, Hip Hop.
I want to thank everybody for joining the show, man. Listen to the whole thing. If you're listening to me now, that means you have listened to it all the way through, from beginning to end, or you skipped around to the end. They say the best for last. You can find this podcast on all major platforms. If you listen on audio, you can Usual Suspects, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, TuneIn, Amazon, all those good stuff. And the video, of course, you know, it's going to be on YouTube. See the clips. Appreciate everybody for listening in and joining the show, doing this. I'm going to be making some upgrades. Been doing some things, keeping me too busy. I think I create stuff to stay busy, just to say I'm busy. Stuff I really don't need to do, but man, I don't thank everybody for listening in, man. Tell a friend. And you got a commitment, you want to do your commitment live on the air and 24/7, and ESPN ain't trying to hear it, man. We got the technology, we could do it. Come right here in the studios and make your commitment or whatever. Since a lot of people doing that, so you know, we just letting anybody know. And we're gonna be doing this weekly now. We're gonna be back on our grind because it's camp season and run right into regular season and showcase season. So every week now, y'all, we're back in it, shaking off the rust, getting ready, man. I appreciate y'all, man, and just keep it locked, man, and tell everybody, man. Until next time, peace.